I know there's a lot of investment advice, and if you are searching the internet for where and how to start investing, you can very quickly fall victim to analysis paralysis. Yes, this is a thing, and I know because I've been there countless times. Analysis paralysis occurs when a decision maker overthinks or overanalyzes a situation, halting their ability to move forward with action. I'm about to give you the 5 best investments you can make to become rich. If you only watch this video to the end, you can overcome analysis paralysis and kickstart your journey to financial freedom. Starting with the first investment, self-education. Now, when most people hear the word education, they think about going to school, getting a degree, but that's not the education I'm talking about today. Of course, for some people, it's important to get good grades and getting a degree. I mean, would you prefer a doctor that didn't go to school? I wouldn't, but for people like myself, even though I went to school, I didn't see the point in it because I didn't see myself working a 9 to 5 for 40 years. Self-education is reading books, not because you have to, but because you want to obtain more knowledge. Self-education is listening to an audiobook instead of that playlist you've been listening to for the past 6 months. Self-education is arguably the best investment you can make. The problem is that most people think spending $15 on a book is a complete waste of money, while that same person wouldn't think twice about buying a $700 Xbox. Think about it this way. You can, for $15 only, obtain the knowledge and the lessons it took the author a lifetime to acquire. I want you to make this single mind shift, and I promise it'll make a massive difference in your life. Start thinking about the return on investment whenever you buy anything. When you buy a personal finance book, the return on investment is a lifetime's worth of knowledge. When you buy an Xbox on the other hand, the return on investment is hours of entertainment but nothing else. It will not bring you closer to your financial goals, and in fact it will strip you of the time and discipline necessary to achieve financial freedom. At the age of 19, I decided to sell my Xbox, which was my biggest time consumer at that time, and I saved all my money I earned at the time to buy a MacBook. This was a promise to myself that I will never again choose entertainment over education, and that I want to spend every waking hour working on myself and my future rather than playing Call of Duty and dreaming about the next console. You can start investing today by only reading 10 pages of an educational book a day, listening to an audiobook on your commute to work, and by watching educational videos on YouTube such as this one. Now, investing in yourself will lead to an increase in your income, and this is the point where you need to start investing in the stock market. The problem is that there are a lot of different stocks out there, and if 80% of active fund managers are falling behind the major indexes, you should absolutely not invest in individual stocks and start investing in index funds. An index fund is basically just a basket of hundreds or thousands of individual stocks wrapped up in a single investment. Now, the best way to invest in index funds is through ETFs. This is exchange traded funds. This is exactly the same as an index fund, with the exception that you are able to buy and sell it on the stock market. This means you can use your preferred broker to invest in the stock market. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but my 2 favorite ETFs are VTI, the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund. Now, this fund tracks the performance of the total US stock market, and this means that for less than $200 as of today, you can be invested in the total US stock market. And the other ETF that I invest in consistently is VOO, which is the Vanguard 500 Index Fund, and this fund tracks the performance of the S&P 500, which is the 500 largest companies in the US. Investing in low-cost index funds such as the S&P 500 is one of the best ways you can build your wealth, and it's as easy as setting a debit order, which means you will invest consistently long-term. And seeing that the stock market always goes up long-term, your wealth will increase without having to actively invest or do any research. Now, let's talk about one of the best ways you can build generational wealth, and that is investing in real estate. It's been said that 90% of all millionaires became wealthy by investing in real estate. Now, there are a few reasons for that. Real estate generates passive income. When you own a rental property and you rent that property out to a tenant, they pay you every month, which is passive income that you can use to buy another rental property. Now you can see why this is such a powerful method of building wealth. Another reason millionaires invest in real estate is because of the tax benefits. The depreciation of a property is tax deductible, and there is no self-employment tax since the income is seen as passive income. Real estate can also be an appreciating asset, which means the value of your property will go up over time, and that adds equity to your investment, which can be leveraged to buy more real estate. In theory, if you want to buy a $300,000 home, you only need a 10 to 20% down payment, which is about $30,000 to $60,000, and the bank will lend you the rest of the money to buy the house. This is an example of good debt and how debt can be used to make more money. However, if you want to become wealthy, you will have to pay off your credit card debt. This is by far the worst type of debt there is because of the high interest rates. The average interest rate across all credit cards is 22.12% in December of 2022. This is a huge problem because you will struggle to find an investment with a 22% return. I mean, over the last 100 years, the stock market averaged a return of about 10% annually. If you carry a credit card balance with such high interest rates, you are only playing catch up and your money is losing out on many investment opportunities. And I believe all of this is due to the fact that you cannot delay your gratification and that you are not willing to sacrifice today for a better tomorrow. This brings me to the best investment you can make to build wealth fast, and that is starting a business. Starting a business doesn't have to be such a scary topic, and I believe most people just look at it the wrong way. You don't need $1 million idea before you can start a business, and you absolutely do not have to reinvent the wheel. Look at it this way. Look at what is already working and see how you can improve something or make it a bit better. Starting a business does not mean you have to go to the bank to get funding. It is as simple as you starting a side hustle while you are still working a 9 to 5. My advice to you is to find something that you are good at, that someone is willing to pay money for, and start doing that in your free time. No, you are probably not going to make any money when you are just starting out, but with consistency and constantly improving, your side hustle can very soon become your main source of income. Now, if you watch this video till the end, you have already started investing in yourself. And if you want to continue doing so, consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that like button, because it's absolutely free and will have a positive return on investment, I promise. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon.